Manna, July 15th. Though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and have not love, it profiteth me nothing. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 3. In our ministrations to others we are not to forget that money is not the only thing of which people are sorely in need. Some need love and sympathy who do not need money. Our Lord was one of these. His own heart, full of love, found comparatively little companionship in the more or less sordid minds of even the noblest of the fallen race represented among his apostles. In Mary he seemed to find the depth of love and devotion which was to him an odor of sweet incense, of refreshment, of reinvigoration, a tonic, and Mary apparently appreciated, more than did others, the lengths and breadths of the Master's character. She not only delighted to sit at his feet to learn of him, but also delighted, at great cost, to give him some manifestation of her devotion, her love. Reprint 2448.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be exploring something really fascinating. We're looking at a passage from the Daily Heavenly Manna, specifically the entry for July 15th. And our mission, really, is to unpack what deep giving and connection look like, using 1 Corinthians 13.3 as our starting point. So, when we first think about helping people, what usually jumps out? Money, right? Donating things. But what if that's not? What if that's not the most valuable thing we can offer? Okay, let's unpack this a bit.
Yeah, that's a great place to start because the source, it immediately challenges that very assumption. It says flat out that, money is not the only thing of which people are sorely in need.
Right.
And crucially, it adds that even giving everything you have, if you don't have love, it profiteth nothing.
Right.
That really cuts against how we often think about charity today, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So much focus on the financial.
It really does. It forces a pause. We think problem. We think donate. But maybe the need is for presence or just listening.
Exactly. It's asking us to think about what value truly means in giving.
And here's where, for me, it gets really interesting. The source takes this very human need, this need for connection, and applies it to Jesus himself. It actually says, his heart, full of love, found comparatively little companionship, even, among his closest followers, the apostles. What do you make of that? That's quite a statement.
It is. And I think if we step back and look at the bigger picture here, this isn't just commentary on, say, general human loneliness. It's highlighting a profound, universal need, a need for genuine understanding, real connection. And the source is saying even our Lord felt a lack of that specific kind of companionship.
Wow. So even someone with a divine mission and devoted followers.
Right. Even then, there can be this deep need for something intangible. A meeting of hearts, you could say. It tells us that a person's biggest need might not be the obvious one, not always material.
It really widens the lens on what need can look like. And the source, thankfully, it doesn't just leave us with the concept. It gives us Mary. It paints this beautiful picture of her interaction with Jesus. She provided, it says, the depth of love and devotion, which was to him an odor of sweet incense.
Of refreshment, of reinvigoration, a tonic. That's such evocative language.
Exactly, a tonic. And as she appreciated the lengths and breadths of the Master's character, she didn't just learn, she showed devotion at great cost. That phrase, sweet incense. What does that really capture about Mary's gift?
Well, sweet incense, in a biblical context, that's powerful imagery. It suggests an offering that was deeply pleasing, something fragrant that truly resonated.
Oh, okay.
It implies her devotion wasn't just an action. It was an emotional, a spiritual outpouring, something that genuinely refreshed and reinvigorated him.
So not just going through the motions.
Not at all. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? It raises this question for us. How often do we think about the great cost of giving, maybe not being dollars and cents, but maybe it's an emotional cost, an investment of genuine love, of sympathy, a presence that actually restores someone rather than just, patching a hole.
The cost of truly seeing someone.
Yes. That's a great way to put it, understanding them.
So, okay, bringing this down to earth, what does this deep dive mean for you listening right now, for your everyday life? It's a challenge, isn't it, to look past the surface when we're trying to help someone, a friend, family, even a stranger. What if that person really needs that sweet incense you mentioned, like a truly listening ear, or just a moment of real, unjudging companionship? Maybe deep understanding is the gift they need most.
More than anything material you could possibly offer.
Right. So that leads us to maybe a final thought for you to take away and mull over. In your own interactions, how can you consciously try to cultivate and offer that deeper kind, that more personal love and sympathy? Recognizing that this gift, the one that seems intangible, might actually be the most valuable, the most refreshing, the most reinvigorating thing you can give, maybe the most needed gift of all.